Hello, welcome to Kevlar's Quest, the Modern Life podcast. I'm Kevin Ejezi. Today's quest is pride, time, and the dating standoff or deadlock. Pride, time, and the dating standoff or deadlock. Right now, men and women are locked in what feels like a standoff or a deadlock. Neither side wants to move first, and as a result, we've seen fewer relationships and less intimacy over the past decade. Women often look at men and feel disappointed. They think there are no good men left, and the ones who do show interest seem to only want sex without commitment. From their perspective, that feels like settling for less than they are worth, so many choose to stay single and wait for someone who offers more. Men on the other hand, look at women and feel confused. They think there are no good women left, and the ones they meet seem demanding, entitled, and unwilling to give much in return. From their perspective, that feels like paying too much a high price, so they also choose to stay single and wait for someone who offers more. So here we are, both sides waiting, both sides frustrated, both sides believing they are being cheated, and in the meantime, fewer connections are being made. To explain how this standoff might resolve, let's look at a story from ancient Rome. Marcus Crassus, Marcus Crassus, one of the richest men in history. One way he built his fortune was by controlling the fire brigade. When a house caught fire, he would show up with his men and equipment, but he wouldn't act. They would stand there and watch the flames. Eventually, the desperate homeowner would beg him to put the fire out. Crassus would calmly offer to buy the house for half its value. If the owner refused, he would wait longer, let the house burn further, and then lower his offer again. At that point, most owners realized they had no choice. Either sell at a loss or watch their home turn to ashes. It was ruthless, but it worked. Crassus understood that time changes value. The longer the fire burned, the less the property was worth. Now, let's bring this back to the dating world. For women, the house on fire is their value in the sexual marketplace, which, fair or unfair, is often tied to physical attractiveness. Over time, that value tends to decrease in the eyes of men. For men, their value often increases with age as success and resources grow. That means that waiting too long can backfire, just like the homeowner who refused Crassus' first offer. Women who hold out for something better may find that the next offer isn't as high as the last. Pride can make someone reject a deal that feels too low, but pride doesn't stop the fire from burning. The lesson here is simple. Time changes the balance. At first, both men and women feel equal in the standoff, each demanding more than the other. But as time passes, the equation shifts. Men's perceived value rises, women's perceived value falls, and the offers change. In the end, pride is often the biggest enemy. Pride makes people cling to what something used to be worth it. Yes, pride makes people cling to what something used to be worth. Let's say you feel that, no, I bought this thing very expensive, I must hold on to it. Whereas you've used that thing for about 10 years, even though you bought it very expensive, the value has fallen. Instead of recognizing what is worth right now, you are saying this is what you were many years ago. You are no longer that. And the longer the wait, the greater the loss. So the resolution to this standoff isn't about one side surrendering. Yes, the resolution to this standoff isn't about one side surrendering. It's about recognizing how time changes the game and making choices before the fire burns the house down completely. At the end of the day, there are really only two ways to play this game. If you are determined to hold your ground no matter what, then don't move an inch. That's your right. But be honest with yourself. If you are not truly prepared to watch the house burn all the way down and walk away with nothing, then it's smarter to accept an offer sooner rather than later. Because the longer you wait, the more the fire spreads, and the worse the next offer will be. Which is to say, if you decide to say, okay, you wait for the next person coming, the next offer that the next person may give you may be worse than even the first person even decided to give you. Because at the end of the day, the fire is spreading, which means time is going. It's like the sunken cost trap. cling to what something used to be worth instead of facing what is worth right now. To protect your future, you have to let go of the past. Something worth thinking about, right? Yes, it's something worth thinking about. It's not really bad for men, but it's also bad for men because men are also aging. Some women do not like men that are older. So if you know that you don't even know whether you end up with a woman that likes a man that is older or a man that is younger, but usually women like men that are older because older men usually go with they are more stable financially and emotionally. But for women, as you get older, your value really goes down because not many men will come out and say that they want older women. So it's your right to decide that you wouldn't let go of your worth right now, but also be comfortable when it ends up that you may never get any value for your house that have burned to ashes. Okay, that's our quest for today. Please subscribe, like, and share. Someone out there needs to hear this message. Maybe someone like yourself. Let's spread strength and clarity to those navigating this journey. We'll talk more in future episodes. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for listening and take care.